Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast NFL edition. Today we are here to talk about the National Football League. We got the EVP with us, Mr. Justin Ackendale. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, brother. Another week in this NFL season. We trying to make money. We trying to be right.
Man, we're flying through this year. We're recording. This is the second to last week of October. We're about to enter November football.
Yeah, next time we get on, we're gonna look at the playoff picture and see if it's gonna stay that way.
I like it.
I was thinking about doing it this week, but I'm like, it hasn't been halfway yet. And then by the next time we on, it would be a little bit over halfway. So we'll
Oh,
we'll save that one.
I like that for the first one for November too. That's really, yeah, I like that a lot. I can't wait for that one. But Justin, man, let's go through it, man. Let's go through this. Let's talk about those Monday Night Football games. Get to the Redzone Fix and go from there.
Oh yeah. So yesterday another Monday Night Football doubleheader that people do not really fuck with, and
No,
I saw a report yesterday saying that ESPN is not doing it anymore next year. So that is a good thing. But the first one on the docket was Lions against Bucks. Bucks came in there without Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Mike Evans ended up breaking his collarbone during the game, which is shitty to see.
hmm
He was laying on the ground for a minute there. I was
Yep.
like, what the fuck? And then they were talking about him having a concussion and shit. I'm like, he didn't even get hit in the head. I thought he landed on the ball when it happened. So I thought he has knocked the wind out of himself.
hmm
But nah, he ended up breaking his collarbone. So get well soon, Mike Evans. But yeah, the Lions just kind of bullied the bullied the Bucks, ran all over them. Jahmyr Gibbs went off in that game. He had 136 yards rushing and two touchdowns. Receiving, he had 82 yards. So he had over 200 yards of offense from scrimmage. And yeah, the Lions reasserted themselves after losing to Kansas City.
Yeah, I think with that game, just both offensively and defensively, they had no, Tampa Bay had nothing for the bucket. I mean, for Detroit's lines, they had nothing for the offensive line. If someone's able to run for that much on you, you are getting bullied at the line of scrimmage. Obviously, he has breakaway speed, but they were getting bullied, man.
Yeah, there were times there in that game where Jahmyr Gibbs is excellent, but there are times on some of those runs he was not getting touched for 10 yards. And
And then obviously,
with someone that fast, if you don't get any, if your run fit's not okay and he's not getting touched for 10 yards, it's going to end up being touchdowns, big touchdowns real soon.
and the defensive line had the Tampa Bay in hell. Like they were going like Aiden Hutchinson. We forgot how good. Well, some people forgot how good he is when he's fully healthy, and that's the
Yeah.
Detroit that coming into the year we're like, hey, they could be at there at the NFC Championship game too potentially.
Yeah, they sacked Baker four times and the way the Bucks been playing like every single game coming down to the wire, they were due for a game like this where they just got dominated.
You know?
I still believe in the Bucks there. They're pretty injured. Baker Mayfield is still playing good. It was just honestly a rough spot for him from a pissed off Lions team that got got handled by Kansas City. So good with
And no Bucky for the run game.
yeah, still no Bucky Irvin either. So Bucks just need to get healthy. Their division's not really that good. I'm not really concerned about them not making the playoffs or anything. Atlanta's never going to get their shit together. So hey,
Yeah,
but they might have to watch out for the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a game over 500.
yeah.
I need to look up and see when was the last time they were over 500 because I know it's been a while. It might have been when Cam Newton was there for real.
Yeah. And then the next game, Justin, was Houston versus Seattle. I mean, Seattle came on top. You talked about people not liking the double headers. This game started at 10:30. The game did not end till 1:30 in the morning, real time for Eastern time.
Yeah.
That's bad.
You stay up and watch the whole game?
Not when did I go to sleep? When did I actually go to sleep? I didn't. Once I saw the game, I felt like the game was over by the end of the third because Houston had nothing to go against Seattle. Like their offense is terrible. I'm sorry, Houston's offense is bad, but No, I didn't watch it from start to finish. I stayed up for almost to the end of the third, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll wake up, see who won, and go from there.
Yeah, I went to sleep when it was 27-12. I had the under in that game at 41, and I needed no scores. I didn't need to stay up to see if I won or lost that bet. I woke up and realized that I lost the bet. But yeah, Houston's offense couldn't do shit. They turned the ball over a couple times. CJ Stroud threw a pick. No, he threw two picks.
He also had that safety blunder that turned into a touchback that they couldn't, bro. They're not good, bro. They're 2-5. I don't even want to. It's bad. It's just bad. That game was over when Nico Collins dropped that wide open pass
Oh yeah,
early in the game. Like,
it just hits in. CJ only had one pick. Cooper Kupp threw a pick
yes,
for some reason. They're letting him throw the ball, but yeah, Seattle has a nasty defense, and with the way the Houston's line's playing and just how that offense has looked all season, I just didn't have that much faith in them to win this game, and they prove otherwise. JSN had a big night, 8 receptions, 123 yards, a touchdown. Yeah, Seattle just got the job done last night.
now with him, I do want to ask because right now, I think it's kind of pretty clear if you had to vote right now for Offensive Player of the Year, it has to be Jonathan Taylor. But JSN's got to be second, in my opinion.
Let's look at some NFL leaders real quick. I'm that might be Dak Prescott's award if we're being honest, because you know they ain't gonna give it. They ain't gonna give him MVP. Niggas ain't gonna give him MVP. I'm sorry. Like
Uh,
I love the man, but he's not gonna get MVP. Jonathan Taylor's been going off. Oh my God, Jackson Smith and Jigma has 819 receiving yards, and Jamar Chase at second place has 629.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Jamar Chase had like 22%. Let me tell you how many catches Jamar Chase had last week, because
17 or
oh,
16.
it was 17. He was targeted like 22 fucking times.
Yes, he was targeted 22 times, 16 to 17 catches. One of those two numbers. I know 100% for a fact.
Yeah, like Joe Flack, he was only throwing it to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco.
Hmm.
I think Jameer Gibbs can get into that running. I think he can get into that run too if he does stuff like he did last night.
Hmm.
But yeah, JSN right now, he almost has 200 more yards than Jamar Chase, which is insane.
And I'm not even going to say not all time rhetoric or anything like that, but like right now, obviously, like objectively, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are the two best receivers in the NFL objectively. But like right now in 2025, he's playing like wide receiver one.
Oh, like best in the league?
Like playing. He isn't the best, but he's playing like the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely helps when you're the only one Sam Darnold got to throw to.
But hey, that means they got a game plan for you, and he's still getting the shit.
He still is. You got to worry about the. Actually, they didn't even run the ball that good last night.
No, they did
Kenneth
not.
Walker and Charbonnet pissed me off. See, that's why they were looking at getting fucking H-N. H-N would have made some shit shake. But we can't forget about Puka. We can't forget what Puka was doing before he got hurt, man.
He
Come on
was,
now.
but
It's recency bias, but before Puka got hurt, he was the one that was putting up the numbers. He was.
but we've known about. I mean, his stuff. But we know that Puka's like no one was expecting JSN to leap like this.
I did.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got a bet for him to get 1,250 receiving yards this year. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was all over this one. I am not surprised by JSN going off at all. He's in his second year, right? He was rookie last year, wasn't he? Or is this his third season?
Like third season, I think. Yeah, because he's a year behind Marvin Harrison. He's a year ahead of Marvin. So
Okay, so
Marvin's second year, so this would be his third.
okay, yeah, he was drafted in 2023.
Hmm.
They still had DK on the roster, DK and Tyler Lockett those first 2 years, so he wasn't really the number one guy. But yeah, with them out the way, I saw it coming.
Just think about it, man. That legendary picture that gets shared every time where CJ Stroud's talking to his wide receivers. It was really Wilson, Olave, JSN, and Marv all on the bench.
All on the same damn team.
Yep, on the same team. Man, and God, don't get me started on that group. Justin, the Red Zone Fix, our newest one of the newest segments. We just talk about the best wins and the worst loss in the red zone for people who haven't
Well,
been listening.
we typically just go through the games
Hmm.
that were interesting,
Hmm.
but with the NFL placing these games in different time slots and diluting my sacred 1 p.m. window, that 1 p.m. red zone was complete dog shit, heated up ass. It was horrible. Like that was one of the worst 1 p.m. windows that I've seen in a while. Scott Hansen even said when we got to the witching hour, there's one game that's one possession. And it was Eagles Vikings, and if you were really watching that game, the Eagles was whooping their ass for real. Like the
Hmm.
Vikings, they have only scored one touchdown, so and they were just kicking field goals the entire game. So there was really nothing going on at the 1 o'clock window. We were saved by the 4 o'clock window by this game that I'm going to talk about for best win, with the Denver Broncos dropping 33 points in the fourth quarter to come back and beat the Giants 33-32. This game was crazy. The Broncos literally spent the first 45 minutes of this football game not doing a goddamn thing. It was 19 to nothing going into the fourth quarter. Denver scores in their first drive of that quarter to narrow the lead down to 19 to 8. 8. The Giants answer on the next drive to go back up 26 to 8. Then
Hmm.
Denver walks it down again. Then to get the 26 to 16, finally those first two touchdowns they went for two. Jackson Dart on the next drive throws a pick. Throws a pretty bad fucking pick too. It was
Yeah.
yeah, it got the Broncos were pretty much instant red zone or pretty close to the 20 yard line there. Denver's able to score another touchdown there, and it's mostly deep passes and unlocking Bo Nix in the running game that really got them going. It's 26 to 23 with about a minute left. The Giants on the next the Giants punt on the next drive. Denver takes the lead 30 to 26 with 2 minutes left.
Hmm.
Giants walking down to get a couple big plays. They score, miss the extra point, so now they're only up by two with 40 seconds left. And then Denver gets in the field goal range to get the game winning field goal. Giants missed two extra points in this game. They missed one in the second quarter and one in the one at the end of the game. So those 2 points would have, so if they make those, it would have been a tie game instead of the Broncos winning. But yeah, that has to be the best win of the day because they were dead the entire game and somehow found a way to win that football game.
No, that is a that's a good one. That is a good one. Mine is loading because I have a. I just want to make sure I know the team I'm picking. I just want to make sure I know who they're. I had their opponent right for reasons, but the team I had picked for best win, and not because of the team they beat or anything like that, but just because of where they're at now, which again, just when we last did our podcast, we were like, oh, there's no way another team wins this division. New England. New
Oh
England's
yeah,
they're 5-2. The last time we were literally on and we talked about like, oh, we were going through like divisions for like money and stuff. Like, oh yeah, Bills, AFC East, skip it. I mean, obviously the Bills were on bye, but like right now because of they've played a more game, they're 5-2. They're technically atop the division, but basically they're tied. But who would have thought in 6, 7 games of the year the Pats would be right there with the Bills and potentially the way they're playing could win it. And I just want to make sure they played Tennessee last week, right? This past week.
mm-hmm.
And that was the other thing too. Tennessee, they already fired their coach, another rookie and not even having a head coach for the full year. Remember who they used to have as coach, but they got rid of him because they felt like they could do so much, brother. They used to have the person who's coaching the Patriots right now.
Mike Rabel.
Mhm. Sometimes these owners, man, they obviously they're smart because or they just got born into it. They have this money, but they just make dumb decisions, bro. Like this is the same Titans team that got rid of. freaking AJ Brown for a box of peanuts. The same team. Like now you're just sitting in obscurity while the Patriots are 5-2. So yeah, shout out to them, man. And Drake May. I don't know what Vrabel's done. He's that's another person. I didn't expect this type of leap, but here we are.
Yeah, yeah. I'm interested to see what the Patriots do in a few weeks in Week 10 at Tampa.
Hmm.
But hey, man, their schedule ain't the toughest, man. They're probably gonna be a playoff team. And did we do that podcast before or after they beat the Bills? I think it was before, right?
It was for because it was a couple weeks ago because you were
Oh,
out of state when we were doing the division stuff.
right. So yeah, so this is since we're doing this after the Patriots have beaten the Bills.
Hmm.
They went down to New Orleans, won that game, and they just beat the Titans last week. Those two games after the Bills, they're dregs of the league. They're going to be picking top 10, but going to Buffalo and beating them, and then the Bills the next week after that getting hosed down by the Falcons. Like the Falcons whooped their like
Yeah, they
really,
did.
yeah, the Falcons whooped their ass. So yeah, vibes are definitely good in Boston right now for sure.
Isn't it funny how the narrative in the NFL changes? Before those two losses, it was the Bills are the clear cut. They're Super Bowl this Josh Allen. We like Josh Allen here. He's MVP. This blah blah. And then after those two losses, this Bill Josh Allen needs more help. He needs to get wide receivers. I was like, y'all literally were not saying this just 2 weeks ago. So
The Bills are fine. They just they just lost. They lost the division game. They lost the division game, and the Falcons walked them down on the road too.
yeah,
NFC team you don't play them all too often. I'm still not worried about the Bills, and the Bills really do have an easy ass schedule. If they beat Kansas City, they might win the rest of their games for the rest of the season.
fair enough. Fair enough. Justin, did you have another top win?
Yeah, I did. The Eagles going to Minnesota after their specifically after their performance against the Giants on Thursday Night Football. They came out, showed well, ate up a backup quarterback in Carson Wentz. Like I said earlier, they only had one touchdown, limiting them to five field goals. Picked them off two times, and then offensively, they remembered they can pass the ball. Jay, Jalen Hurts had three touchdowns, 326 yards, a perfect QB rating. Where they at? Devontae Smith had 183 yards receiving. AJ Brown had 121 yards receiving with two touchdowns. So the Eagles, man, showing everyone they can still run the ball, and they couldn't run the ball well at all that day either. Saquon Barkley hasn't looked like he has last year. I actually have an interesting stat about Saquon Barkley, how he's been doing this year. He is on pace this season to only have 896 yards in 17 games. And last year, at this point in the season, so according to Pro Football Talk, he ran for 2005 yards in 16 games. And this year, Barkley is on pace for 896 yards in 17 games. And then last year he had 13 touchdowns in 16 games, and he's only on pace for 7 touchdowns in 17 games this season.
And, yeah, this year significantly different. Like the way you just said those stats, like where he was at last year to this year. I mean, where do you equate that? I mean, is the line the same? Is have they lost people on the line, or they not getting like? I mean, they still have the same offensive weapons, but what's going on with the line? And I would also say too, besides that first, he has not had his big game yet.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same guys on the line. They don't have the same center from last
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This center's a new guy, so I don't know if the line hasn't been blocking as well. I know Lane Johnson wasn't there for a few weeks, and he's a big deal
Hmm.
for for the Eagles. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's Saquon Barkley. I want to say it's just regression. You're not going to,
You're
rush
not
for
gonna
two.
run for 2K.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're not going to rush for 2,000. You're not going to rush for 2,000 yards every season. So
2,000 yards regular season. Obviously, he could have broke the record, but then he also played the whole playoffs. Like, it looks like you said, that's a lot on the body, man.
yeah, but that pace is staggering though. Only 896. That's what he's on pace to have. Only eight, a little under 900 yards this season.
Yeah, that is.
That's a little shocking.
Yeah, and it could change. I mean, it takes one big game to change it, or it could be worse. But we'll just have to monitor that as the season goes. I mean, Justin, you brought them up a little bit because we brought up Jamar Chase. My other one, man, because it did happen. The Cincinnati Bengals.
The Unk Bowl.
Like first of all, no one thought it was going to live up to what it lived up to. Those two were playing like they were 10 years younger. When you
Uh,
see the final stats, it is crazy. Jamar Chase, Higgins, this man Joe Flacco literally just came down 71 South, starts, and then in the city, I mean, you live down there, like just watching the atmosphere down there. They had the white jersey, the Steelers. Crowd was alive, man. That was a good one. That was a real good one for the Bengals.
Joe Flacco absolutely understood his assignment. 23 targets, 16 receptions, 161 yards for Jamar Chase. 23 targets. I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm like, he gets it. I couldn't understand why Jake Browning couldn't do it. If we're being completely honest, I I, I was mind blown. I did not expect Joe Flacco to come out there and do exactly what everyone in this town has been begging Jake Browning to do and get the damn ball at Jamar Chase.
Just throw it to him. That's funny. That was my other one. Now, when there's winners, there's always losers. Justin, who had the worst loss?
Yeah, I think the Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah, the Chargers at home hosting the Colts just let Indiana Jones and Jonathan Taylor just raw over them. Indiana Jones was efficient passing. Jonathan Taylor had 3 touchdowns. The Chargers defense have been concerning after going 3-0 against their
Mm-hmm.
division to begin the season, and then since then being 1-4. I know they're injured the hell. They don't have both of their starting tackles. Lost Joe Alt during the season and Slater before the season. Noah Marion Hampton, the first round running back they drafted. I can't remember if they're missing any guys on defense, but there has to be because that defense has been pretty damn bad over the
Mm-hmm.
past few weeks. I mean, shit, they even let the Dolphins drop 27 on them, and the Dolphins can't do shit against anyone at the moment. Just yeah, a little concerned about the Chargers right now because they've not been playing good ball, and then just looking at some of the quarterbacks that they're going to have to face later on in the season, especially towards the end, the 3 week stretch of Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Dak Prescott. We can keep seeing them lose some shootouts right now, especially without all their offensive pieces.
That one. Uh me not. I almost picked the team as a winner too because now magically they're back in the team to beat. But losing wise, man, the Raiders. The fact y'all really just gave up at the third quarter, and the fact you gave up so bad that you didn't even do the typical song and dance. We have timeouts. Let's call timeouts. They didn't even do that. They said, "Yeah, we lost. It's time to go."
There
That's
was no,
bad.
there was no point.
It don't matter. You still do
I,
it anyway.
there was no point. They took out Patrick Mahomes in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's how bad. That's why it's the worst loss.
They like it was bad. It was bad shit. My other loss was fucking Jacksonville. I woke up early to watch these motherfuckers and they did nothing. I had to turn that shit off. I stopped watching at halftime. I had to turn that shit off. The Rams were whooping their ass. Like that was couldn't do shit right. Couldn't do a damn thing right. That was annoying.
No, that one was bad. The other one too, for me, it's not even because of that. It's just because of the thing you shared today, man. The Jets.
Oh.
Now 0-7, still the only winless team in the league. And the fact their owner's like, man, we basically wouldn't be winning if we had a quarterback who knew how to throw the ball. Like, come on, dog. That's That's bad. And then we always have to give a shout out. The Miami Dolphins are absolutely terrible. Can be worse loss every week because they are abysmal. Tua leads the league in most two-pick games already. Like it's that place is gonna burn to the ground once it gets to Black Monday at the end of the year.
I didn't put them because that even if shit was good in Miami, like even if they came into that game 6-1 or 5-1, even if they were 5-1, I still think Cleveland will win that game. That is just a bad matchup for them.
True. It's just
Just a bad matchup. It was raining quite heavily the entire the entire game. Cleveland's defense is shit kind of unstoppable at home.
mhm.
That was a tough spot anyway. Now, when the hell is their bye? If they look shitty again
Mhm.
against the Falcons this week, and okay, if they don't win a game before Thanksgiving, that's when might be
Fire
getting some
sales,
fire
fire
because
sale.
because their bye week is week 12. So I can see them week 12 just being like, all right, like we gotta get you up out of here. But I feel like everyone in Miami needs to go. The GM,
Mhm.
everyone. So they might just wait until the season's over to can them all. But yeah, everyone in that building, from Tua to the GM to the goddamn coach, is lame ducks right now.
And you know what's crazy too? I was talking about this with someone and just talking about the Broncos too. Just think about it, man. We were on this podcast a while back talking about how the Miami dropped almost 100 points.
Yeah.
Like, and how it's changed from that to it used to be Miami super explosive offense in the regular season. They just can't win in the playoffs because they can't play in the effing cold. Now it's everyone is terrible. Tua needs to go back to Alabama and take the freaking intro to leadership class because he is just the,
I,
the
so
leadership is bad.
it's just when you're bad and you're losing like that, you can't do shit right. Like,
You know,
what do you want to do? If I'm to, I just wouldn't say shit. But you gonna get criticized for that too if you
I'd
don't say
rather him do that,
if
bro.
you don't say anything.
I'd rather him that. But Buddy was just like, oh yeah, we got some people skipping or the again, just do the quarterback talk. I need to get better. I need to get better for my team. He's like, oh no, these people have been missing meetings, this and that. Man,
That could be holding them accountable. But hey, they're all ass. They're like it's a collective shit show over there. So you can't blame Tua for telling the truth. He's
he,
telling the
but,
truth.
but his press conference, I was like, bro, nah, just don't even talk. Like you said, get the criticized for not talking because some of the shit you say it ain't making no sense either.
They don't be saying shit up there.
No,
And
no.
then Mike McDaniel, they don't be saying fucking anything.
I'm like, what am I listening to?
They're
But
better off not talking. You are right. I agree with that. Just shut the
facts,
hell up.
facts. But all right, man, let's go to some games. Man, first one, and this was almost a winner for me too, because they put up the most points in this week. I think so. A 44 ball. The Dallas Cowboys on the road at Denver. Denver 3.5. Justin McCobb. I mean, now CD Lamb came back and instantly caught a 70-yard plus bomb. Like, how you feeling about this Cowboys game?
I've been definitely enjoying watching them. Even when CD Lamb was hurt,
Hmm.
Dak was still putting up numbers. My guy George Pickens was going off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Cowboys got two number one receivers. Javonte Williams has been a revelation. Like, I did not expect him to look this good. Jake Ferguson now with both receivers can really get off now. So the offense is absolutely dangerous. The defense is still dog shit ass terrible. Still bad, but they played pretty well against the Commanders, even with Jane Daniels playing, even though he did not have his three top receiver
Hmm.
receivers, but the defense played well. They only gave up 22 points, but if you have 44 points, you do have some leeway to give up some points. Deron Bland had a pick six, so you love to see that. The Cowboys in the last five matchups against the Broncos, dating back the past 20 years, essentially,
Hmm.
they're 0-5.
Oh.
We don't beat the Broncos. We
Oh.
don't beat. We do not beat that team. It don't matter if Romo's a quarterback, Dak's a quarterback. I looked through some of it. Trevor Simeon has beaten the Cowboys and shit. There was one game in 2013 that was 51-48 with Tony Romo and Peyton Manning. This is not a game the Cowboys typically win. I think there'll be points. The Broncos have been absolutely bullshitting the past however many weeks, past 3 weeks or so. Like they've not been good. They still have a nasty defense. They get pressure on the quarterback. Nick Bedito, Jonathan Cooper, Patrick Surtain back there. They got a nasty defense. Just based. Hey, the Cowboys might be due for one, man. They haven't beat this team in 20 years.
That's crazy.
They haven't beat them in 20 years. I'm gonna go with the Broncos though. I think Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, and Marvin Mims, Ingram, and those boys is going to get right against the Cowboys, and
This a 425 game?
yeah, it's 425.
Okay. Yeah, I like the I actually don't even like the Broncos like that because like you said, bro, they
They've
should
been
have lost that
bullshitting, bro.
they should have lost that game to the fucking Giants. Like they've not been like this bona fide playoff-ish team that I thought they would be. I think because they have the better defense that I think they'll win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas wins this game. I'm not even gonna lie.
I wouldn't be surprised either if Dallas can consistently score on Denver. Then it's going to be a game. I just think if it ends up being close, Denver's going to make a defensive play that the Cowboys just won't be able to hang with. Or if Denver has the ball last, they're walking it down and
Oh
scoring.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Man, Justin, we got the reunion. Packers and Steelers. Aaron Rodgers playing against his former team. Who do you like in this one?
Man, Tomlin had a pretty embarrassing loss
Yeah.
on Thursday, but I just think the Packers are better. are
Hmm.
better than are better than the Steelers. I can see them covering
Hmm.
the Steelers maybe, but winning this game against the Packers, they survived one against Arizona. Jacoby Brissett was moving the ball against them, so maybe Uncle Aaron Rodgers can get busy against the Green Bay defense because they have not been as advertised.
Hmm.
Michael Parsons really well. This past game against the Cardinals having 3 sacks, he finally started to make an impact. But will he be able to do it against the Steelers? They're going to need him. They gave up a decent amount for Michael Parsons, 2 first-round picks. So if I'm a Green Bay fan, I need some more sacks out of him. I need some more havoc. I need you to. And they paid him what is he getting? Highest paid defensive player right now?
Hmm.
Yeah, so he's getting all the money right now. I need to see some more out of Michael Parsons. I want to take Green Bay to win this game, but don't be surprised if Uncle Aaron can move the ball against the Green Bay's
If
defense.
oh God. It's at Pittsburgh. I think I'm gonna take the Steelers this one just because I think, like you said, Uncle Aaron, he is a vengeful person. He's And I think after that embarrassing loss to the Bengals, I think Tomlin's gonna have that boys motivated and all that stuff. I mean, they were hearing all this stuff like, "Hey, we just win. AFC North is basically ours. We got this big lead over the Ravens right now, but we just dropped a division game." I think this is spot two. Like the Broncos and the Packers are very similar to me, bro, because the Packers have also been bullshitting,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like the Steelers in this one. I do. I
It,
do.
it happened with the Packers tying against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Tying like that should not have been a tie game. The Packers should have won that game. If they were more aggressive in that football game, they would have won it.
Yeah, I agree. And then the last game,
It
which
was
we were.
tough pickings, bro. There was not very much. There's so many teams on buys right now. There's so like there's
I
so
get
many
it.
week. It's about to be week 8. So many teams on buys. Some of the games I was going to spotlight Commanders Chiefs, but Jaden Daniels ain't about to play.
No, I get it. I get it. And this one, Bears and Ravens. I'm looking at this spread you put in the notes. This has to be because they think Lamar Jackson is playing, right?
Yeah, he's playing. they think he's playing. I don't know if it's
Okay.
been confirmed yet, but yeah, that's baking in Lamar's playing for sure.
I'm I'm even gonna say this because if he plays, that don't help the defense, man. Like,
They're getting some players back.
okay,
They're
okay.
getting some players back. The last time they suited up and played, they only held the Rams without Puka, but
Hmm.
still the Rams who had 5 touchdowns.
This past time.
Yeah, who had 5 touchdowns this past Sunday. They're only 17 points. So like I've been saying since the Ravens been on this losing streak, I think they're going to turn the defense around, and then once Lamar Jackson's healthy, let's see what this team does. And I think that starts on Sunday by beating the Bears, who also are a shaky team, but still on a 4 game winning streak.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will win, and I think the Bears will cover. I can't trust any until I see this Ravens defense again. Like what you said with the pieces coming back, I don't trust them. So we'll see. Now if they lose again, I mean, the more it just comes to a point where they keep getting these losses. It's like, bro, you might as well just shut them people down. They got to win now, right? They got to go on like a big winning streak to even have a shot.
And you know what? It's prime. It's prime. If they can beat the Bears this week,
Hmm.
their next 4 games, the first 3 are all on the road: Miami, Minnesota, at Cleveland, and then week 12 against the Jets,
Okay.
and then the Bengals after that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, Justin, we're at winners and losers. Do you have any winners? Do you have any losers?
Oh man. Let's go. Let's go with a loser right now. Billy Napier, former head coach of the University of Florida. This man got fired after a win that should have been a loss because of Mississippi State did not throw a pick to a nose guard in field goal range with like 30 seconds left.
Mhm.
They would have beat Florida. It would beat Florida at Florida, and the sky would have been falling for real. So shout out to Florida for getting in front of that. I know someone else is going to hire Billy Napier because everyone in college football right now is getting fired. And I just saw you make a reaction.
SGA just made a shot with 2 seconds left to tie it.
See that? I need overtime. We need a Thunder cover tonight. Let's go. But yeah, we got Billy Napier. Let's see what else in college football that was fucking staggering. Tennessee, they just absolutely did not show up. Honestly, our 6 paths to James Franklin, the losers. Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley, um,
You said, well,
Lane Lane Kiffin.
you threw the seventh one, Mario Cristobal.
Oh, Mario Cristobal.
Everyone who we've called a six pack. The only one who did it, the only one who won was Steve Sarkisian.
And then Sark
Yeah. Hmm.
survived against
Kentucky.
Kentucky because they were bullshitting in that game too. So yeah,
Mhm.
our 6 paths of James, and then honestly the head of it all, James Franklin, the 6 paths all had all did their thing this past weekend in college football.
Man, the head's gone. They're all starting to be on the rails.
Yeah, like that shit was crazy. And then
Yeah, you're right. We need overtime in that. But any other losers, Justin?
um, I don't know. You might start talking to them, and some might come to me.
So I'm gonna just highlight two sets of winners. One, because you did bring up Lincoln Riley. The Notre Dame freaking running backs, dog.
Jeremiah, oh boy, my Heisman,
29,
Heisman.
29 touches, 265, one tutty. And don't sleep on Mr. Price, 16, 209 scrimmage yards, two tutties.
Going off.
Two players. Two players. Oh, Senjit. Okay. We got overtime. That's right. The other person who I just want to highlight is Curry Monty Quinn. Monty Quinn, he rushed for an NCAA record 522 yards.
Where does he go to school?
I am, man, why is, man, internet is just wanting to piss around. Curry College senior Monty Quinn. Let me read you this stuff because I saw this on my timeline. I fell to the floor, dog. He had 522 yards,
Mm.
7 touchdowns
Oh my God.
on only 20 carries.
That's some that's not even high school shit. That's some little league shit. That's the one kid who's bigger than everyone else who just gets the ball and just runs straight. Cause what the fuck?
And the
Wow.
and the previous FBS record holder was former Oklahoma running back Samaje P. Ryan. He had 427.
That's that's insane.
Yeah,
Who did
dog.
he do that against?
Against Nichols College.
Okay, there's no way he did that against someone in the Big 12 or anyone.
Nah. So here we get, man. Division 3 running back. That's the most in NCAA. 522, dog. 522 on 20 carries. That gives him an average of 26.1 yards a carry.
That's wild. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I just had to.
That is demoralizing,
That's what
bro.
I'm
Like,
saying, dog.
I'd
20.
quit. I would, if I was on that defense, I'm quitting the team.
That's on 20. That's on 20 carries, man. Like, that's just. That's just. It's beyond. It's beyond anything, man. And losers for real. I really don't. I mean, the NFL, we already highlighted, and you already highlighted the six paths of James Franklin. So I'm really cool on the loser for real. Now, when I come back, now with these NBA games, well, there's going to be some losers. So but now things are good right now. We already mentioned all the losers I would pick. Like we already said the Raiders. We already said all the losers and big losses. So I'm good. Just have to highlight them running backs, man. Shout out to the running backs.
And then I have one winner, Anthony Edwards. Shout out to Bomani Jones's podcast for putting me onto this.
Mhm.
Anthony Edwards, I think it was like from, I think it was a Adidas thing since he signed with Adidas. He did his award show.
Mhm.
He and like all his friends and shit like got up on Zoom and gave out awards and shit. And one of the awards was White Boy of the Year. And Timothy Chalamet pulled up because he won. He won White Boy of the Year. Timothy
Mhm.
Chalamet pulled up on their little call and like accepted the award and everything. Just God, hilarious. Like Anthony Edwards is a national treasure. I need him to do something this year. I love that young man.
Oh, we're about to, because he plays tomorrow. We're about to see, man. We're about to see. It's gonna be a good time, man. Justin, we had a good time talking football. We'll be back. We'll be back talking NFL in a couple of weeks. Shoot, the next time we talk football in general will be. It's not the same anymore. It will be Penn State week. So, but we will be able to, because you gave me an idea on that for the NFL one. That is the first. Well, I'll figure it out because that's the first. That is the last episode before the first college football playoff rankings come out.
Okay.
So we're getting into it now because we'll see. I'll have some questions for y'all next time. But with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. We'll be back talking some NFL. Justin already told you one of the things is we're going to talk about that current playoff picture and how we think it'll stay. And with that being said, y'all take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.